so onerous and it's so expensive that you create literally a shortage of doctors that now drives the price up. And you've basically forced them, because of all your maniacal billing practices, that you have to essentially take insurance.
CrossroadsIRL.com.
Obamacare was always a scam. They lied to you so they could steal more of your money and further control you.
Obamacare was a lie from the beginning. They knew it was a lie. They actively told lies in order to take over a third of the U.S. economy. And it has gone downhill ever since. What you don't know about Obamacare is that it has utterly destroyed the free market system. You've got the people who wrote the ACA. It wasn't written by Democrats. It was written by big pharmaceutical companies, big insurance companies, big hospital providers. The unholy trinity got together and said, how can we create a system whereby trillions of dollars of taxpayer money will flow directly into our pockets? And that's what they did. Under ACA, it is no longer legal for doctors to go form their own hospital group. They can't do it. Under ACA, the licensing requirements for doctors have gotten so.
Look, this is where when people begin to say conspiracy theories, it's not true, someone is lying to you, oh, they're trying to make Obama look bad. These people are race traitors because you see a bunch of black people listening to a white guy calling out the facts, and now suddenly they are race traitors. This is an issue that is well documented, and he's calling out all of the things inside of Obamacare that everyone should know. But you see, they hide these things inside of these fat bills in order to basically hide it from you. And then when the law is passed and the consequences begin to come, who do they blame? They blame the Republicans who are trying to right the ship. The Republicans shut down the government to prevent this ACA bill from going through. What did Obama do? He accused them of wanting to take the government hostage. Okay, and of course, we disagree with shutting down the government. But then again, we also disagree with bills being passed that essentially enslaves the American people.
So onerous and it's so expensive that you create literally a shortage of doctors that now drives the price up. And you've basically forced them, because of all your maniacal billing practices, that you have to essentially take insurance. I mean, there's still a few. There's still some doctors you can go to where they'll tell you, if you ever ask, like, hey, this procedure, like you walk into a doctor's office and they're going to do a test or something. Oh, that's $850 and that'll be covered X% by insurance. What if I pay cash? Oh, I can do it for $150.
Whoa.
I mean, it's insane. And so what you have, and what people are waking up to, because people have started to blow the whistle, the healthcare, the ACA subsidies, an $800 billion annual transfer direct from the federal payment system right into the insurance companies.
$800 billion annually, direct transfer from the government to the insurance companies. This is a scam. And what you just said, whenever you ask a doctor, tell me how much it'll cost if I paid cash, it's way cheaper. Insurance was meant to make healthcare cheaper. Obama repeatedly promised that it was not going to raise the cost of healthcare by a cent, that it was going to be cheaper. And now we're hearing that he lied.
What they do is they artificially lower premiums a little bit so that the Democrats can then come back, and if the Republicans don't buy off on this, they can say, look, the Republicans raised your premiums. No, the premiums were always that high.
Always.
It's kind of like saying, hey, you know what? Gas is $5 a gallon, but we're going to transfer $1 trillion a year to all of the oil companies to artificially lower gas prices from $5 to $2.50. And then when we end that subsidy, they go back up to $5 and it's their fault. This is what they're doing. This is the Democrats. This is what they wanted to do. This is why they purposely extended the ACA subsidies only until December 31st of the next presidential cycle, so that if a Republican got elected, they could do this exact thing. They could demand that these ACA.
Are you hearing that? Are you hearing this? I did not. Well, somehow I think I suspected it, but it wasn't in my frame of reference. I wasn't paying attention to the fact that the Democrats who control the House and Senate decided that they would only extend these subsidies on the right point in the presidential cycle to determine whether the next president would be left holding the bag if they decided not to vote for an extension. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Are you seeing this, or am I hallucinating?
Subsidies get extended, and if not, then they're going to run around and say that Republicans drove your premium.
Right.
No, the ACA drove the premiums up. The ACA is the problem. It's why it's under the ACA that we cover illegal aliens. It's under the ACA that you cover adult children up until 26. Yeah. And you've got, on the flip side, you've got the ideological left that runs around saying we're the richest country in the world. People should have free healthcare. But realize that healthcare is not a thing that you can just give away. It is somebody's service. It is somebody's intellectual property. It is somebody's livelihood. You have to go to school. You have to learn how to be a doctor. You have to buy medications. You have to invest in equipment. Yes. So if you give that away, one of the things are going to be true. Either that doctor becomes a slave. He has to give his services away for nothing or for a drastically reduced rate.
This is common sense. This is common sense, and I am all for it. Guys, we've been saying for a long time that there's something very wrong with the way the Democrats have gone about the shutdown. I've been seeing videos around the ACA, but other things have been taking my attention. Now that the government shutdown is over and some of us can come up for air to say, okay, there isn't going to be this crazy revolution of hungry Americans running around and stealing from other Americans. Let's take a look at what's actually been going on, and this pops into my feed. It is insane that this has been allowed to go on for so long. Should the Trump administration work with Congress to scrap the ACA? Because the ACA has essentially turned the American people into indentured servants. How? Because they are left holding the bag of expensive health care. The medical practitioners have to comply with all of these outrageous policies. It's expensive to become a doctor. Hospitals are prevented from creating their own insurance groups and so on, all to capture the American people and force them into this very expensive arrangement.
Subscribe.
Thanks for watching, liking, and sharing this video. Please subscribe, leave a super thank, and join my membership to keep me doing this. A huge thank you to my supporters listed on the screen. Thank you for your donations and membership.
Thanks for watching.